Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. We're here today to do a tier list for Christmas movies, joined by Hayden and Steven. Hayden in the holiday spirit already.
I'm trying. I'm definitely not just wearing this. I'm having a really bad hair day.
Okay. Do you have an ugly Christmas sweater, or is that's not it? Like
this isn't ugly. I just got this. It's like Christmas vacation themed. I don't have a proper one yet. I'm debating on, do I want to go like try and thrift something actually vintage, or do I want to buy like a fun themed one? You know, they always do them for like Star Wars and COD.
So I have a Star Wars ugly Christmas sweater, though it's not that ugly and it's barely Christmas. In fact, there's really nothing Christmassy about it. It just looks like a Christmas sweater. I'll have to wear it one of the days on the show. But funnily enough, my school's doing like a funniest Christmas outfit as like one of their spirit days during Christmas, before Christmas. And so I Googled funniest Christmas outfit because I wanted some ideas. And I've not said anything to anybody at work, but you should not Google that if you're one of the students at the school, because all of the Christmas sweaters that pop up are super like
profane,
sex themed. Yeah, they're all like it'll be like a one deer behind the other and going like with their like hoof. And I'm like,
oh my god.
And I accidentally looked it up on my work email, so now I'm getting targeted ads for some like extra bad. And so now I have ad block on, but some of them get through, and I'm like, God damn! Now I have to be really careful because, geez, Louise,
you got to reach out to IT at that point.
Yeah,
that's a disaster waiting to happen.
Yeah, they're not super bad, but they're not good. Like it's definitely adult themed.
Well, if they're not safe for work, that's one thing. But if you work in an elementary school, that's a whole other.
No, I know. And that's like it's so I just wanted to share that experience with you guys. Because that was funny to me, but also I don't know. Now you guys have me worried about my job, but
no, that's what I'm saying. Reach out to IT and just get in front of it, dude.
Like, preventative care.
Yeah, I might just tell I think you guys are way overestimating the powers of your IT powers department at my school.
So Steve wants a computer for Christmas.
I do. No, I love my computer. No, the California has a like lotto commercial every year, and they all like last year they did. I think they do it every year where they do like an ugly Christmas party sweater, like ugly Christmas sweater party thingy. And it's like an ad for the lotto, but some of the sweaters are so batshit crazy, funny, and insane that I just love them. Like one dude had like a legit train going around him, and I don't know if it was real or CGI. I'm just assuming it. I'm hoping it's real because I thought it would be hilarious to actually walk in somewhere with a Christmas sweater with a choo-choo train going around. I don't know. It's things like that. That's what's up. I'm a big ugly Christmas sweater fan.
Yeah, that's cool. Now that we're all in the holiday spirit, talking about Steven's IT department and whatever else, we're going to rank these Christmas movies. And we had to draw the line somewhere with how many are on there. There's literally like 150, 200 movies that we could have on here.
Not even including the
Hayden promised off air, but we're going to share it with everybody. If we get enough views on this video, Hayden will do a ranking of every Christmas, Netflix, Hallmark, and HBO Max movie
of this year.
And
I'm not going to go all time.
Life.
I did not say that.
I
did not say that. Dude, Hallmark does one a day in December. Physically not possible.
Did we throw Lifetime in there too?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, the Lifetime ones this year are, I think, the most controversial. Topic of the video.
Okay.
Hey, I don't think you need to watch all of them, though. Like, you watch one, and that's good enough. You just put them all in a category.
That's fair. We'll see. we have a handful here. You can see them on screen. We have already preemptively moved 2 into the never watched it because we haven't seen it.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is this? Prep the Landing or
Prep and Landing, which apparently I feel like I've heard good things, and it's on TV a lot. So maybe it's worth watching once.
Okay. Also, the Jim Carrey Christmas Carol, which I feel bad for never having seen because Christmas Carol is like one of my favorite stories ever. But I just have not seen that version of it. And
none of us has. Someone told me today, literally, I wasn't talking about this at all, but someone told me today that it's their favorite version. And I thought, I don't know about that.
Was that a child that you teach?
No, it was an adult.
Oh, okay.
So
Interesting.
we have the following categories: must watch every Christmas, great, pretty good, not great, bad, and then never watched and never heard of it. And
We're doing
that
Mount
last
Rushmore
category,
rules, Tyler, right?
what's that?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
The last category is already full with all it's going to have. So the other 5 is what we'll be sifting into. Now, were you getting at the top with only 4? Yeah. So at the end, we'll only have 4 that you have to watch every Christmas, and we'll rank them. And I feel like this time there's going to be some debate on that.
Oh, there's going to be some fighting for sure. Because
I
think there's one that I agree is a. Never mind. We'll get there when we
We'll
get
get
there.
We get there. Okay. So the more fun ones are at the end because we looked and we're like, there's a bunch of shit we need to add to this.
For sure.
Good. But we're going to work through from the beginning. Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, at a TV special every year for like ever.
Oh, yeah. Since the 60s, right?
Yeah. It's experienced its share of controversy, but, you know, the phrase of its time certainly applies to this.
Absolutely.
What's dated about Rudolph? I don't remember.
It's like pro-bullying.
Yeah.
Is it?
and honestly, it's like you're only good if you're useful. If you're not useful, you're weird and you belong on the island of misfit toys.
The meritocracy.
But until you become useful, and then then we want you. That is the takeaway from it. I watched this movie for the first time in like 10, 15 years last year, and it dropped it from like great to not great for me, like from this category. Like I still have like a soft spot, I guess, for it, but I don't think it's hard to put it in great. It was a tough watch.
I feel like it's just so iconic, showing my kids this.
Though. Yeah. But I don't know if I'm showing my kids this till they're older.
And that's okay, right? Like that's not what we're ranking this on. It's just like, do you have a good time watching it? Does it have
I didn't
merit as a Christmas movie? Fair enough. I would say I think this is iconic, but I don't think it's definitely not a must watch every Christmas. No, especially if we're doing Mount Rushmore rules.
I'm thinking
I would put it in great.
I'm thinking pretty good. But
you're overruled.
Fine.
Yeah, it's definitely great.
So, and Steven, you're going to get your say on plenty of these because there are a few that only you have seen. So, Santa Claus is coming to town.
This I still feel like is amazing, and I love this movie. I actually, so Tyler, I think you bought it too. Xbox had the 4 holiday movies, and it has Rudolph, Santa Claus coming to town, Little Drummer Boy, bundle. And Frosty. I also bought The Year Without Christmas, which is in the same style, and I think some of the characters are the same. I haven't watched that one yet, though, but I've been meaning to. I love Santa Claus Coming to Town. This is great, and this is way better than Rudolph. Like, far and away better than Rudolph.
This shit's a fever dream, I think. I would put it in, like, not great to bad.
Oh, my God.
Honestly. And I don't know what it is about it. It's just, like, Tyler, it's like we talk about in the movies. It's the intangibles, right? I feel like the vibes are just off. Like, everything is very technically sound.
The holiday spirit. But... yeah,
I just want to point out 93% Rotten Tomato, 82% popcorn rating. Like, Hayden, you're wrong about this.
So I wouldn't put it as high as Rudolph, but I definitely don't have it as low as you do, Hayden.
So where does it average out? We thinking pretty good.
They're 2% off. Rudolph is ranked higher on Rotten Tomatoes, both critically and audience score wise, but only by 2% in both categories.
We're not doing this by math. We're doing this by Christmas
but I'm just saying, Santa Claus Coming to Town is a great Christmas story. Tyler, you haven't seen it, right? So, or have you seen this one?
I think I have. I feel like here.
Okay.
I highly disagree with this already.
That's okay. Home Alone.
This one's tough, man. This is one of those ones that I like as a kid, but my partner has gotten in my ear about how much they hate this movie so much that it's like started to wear me down a little. But I think I still like it. Like it's funny, it's silly, it's got good slapstick. I honestly don't even know.
Okay.
I've never heard any legitimate reasons. It's always just like fuck Home Alone. I hate that movie.
This
so
is
I'll put some jingle bells over that word.
I
Keeps
actually
you
feel like
family-friendly.
we need its own category of like watch it if it's on, but I won't put it on myself. Because I feel like that's Home Alone.
I feel like that's pretty good. I feel like Home Alone is a pretty good.
Yeah. I would agree. I put it in pretty good as well. It's hard to put it in not great.
Yeah.
Oh, it's better than not
good.
Great.
It's good. I don't know if it's great. It's fun, but it's not one of those I'm like, I have to watch it every Christmas or even like it's not the first like 10 or 15 I'm thinking of for Christmas.
Well, it's very much like a background movie for like wrapping presents or like a Christmas party. Like I enjoy it passively, but I never am like I gotta make time to watch Home Alone this year, and I don't feel like I have in years.
Well, here's the thing: it's almost 35 years old, but skits still get made about this movie, and you know what it is right away.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know what it's riffing off of. So
that Target commercial with the mom.
Oh, it's iconic. It's just maybe not for like the
Yeah. All right, Mickey's Christmas Carol.
This is a Steven must watch every year. I do. It's great. It is a great version of the Christmas Carol. It's like 25-30 minutes long. It's a great version. I think it's great. I think it's a great Christmas movie.
I can go with that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. No argument.
The Muppet Christmas Carol.
This is all Hayden.
This is also, I would say, this is great to must watch every Christmas. I don't think I would put a must watch every Christmas if we're doing Mount Rushmore rules, but I throw it in great because it's honestly like it's the classic tale of the Christmas Carol, right? Of that incredible story, but you have like the fun Muppets charm in it. And dude, Michael Caine is Scrooge in this. And he's like the only human character, which first of all, love when Muppet movies do that. Give me like one human character and then a full cast of Muppets.
But he plays it completely seriously, right? Like
he does. He acts his ass off, dude. It's like Oscar worthy.
I do need to watch this movie. It is going to be on it's going to be in the household this year. And so
it's a banger.
When we redo this next year, probably there might be some agreement from Steven because it does sound fun.
It is, but it also like it still takes the source material seriously. Like you see Miss Piggy and Kermit as like grieving parents.
Yeah.
Like it gets messed up. All right.
Even we're in the Steven segment of the program here.
Yeah, I know. So Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas is a must watch every Christmas, and I will fight anyone who disagrees. It is 3 phenomenal mini stories that it's heartwarming. Every year I watch it, and every year it still gives me like, it still makes you feel like like what Christmas movies are supposed to do. Like, if you guys need to watch this because I can't be the only one. Like, they're so good. It's a great meaning of like Christmas. And it does it so well. It's so good. Go watch the movie. It's 3 like 20-minute stories, 30-minute stories. One's about Christmas happening. Like, what if Christmas happens every day? Or just over and over, like it repeats. It's basically Groundhog Day.
Christmas Groundhog's Day.
And that one is heartwarming. There's one about like stop believing and losing that Christmas spirit. And there's one about it's the old story where like the girl like cuts her hair off and the to buy the like watch band, and the guy sells his watch to buy the comb for each other. You know that story I'm talking about? It's a pretty famous story. That's the third one. It's so good. Highly recommend.
All right. How about our next one?
Mickey's second, or like Twice Upon a Christmas, is good. Like, it was better than I thought. I didn't love the art style as much. I'd put it in pretty good.
Okay. Fair enough.
All right. A Christmas Story.
Dude, I'm about to spout some blasphemy, especially as someone who lived in Cleveland for several years. Now that I live in Cleveland, like
right now, I think
my apartment is literally featured in this movie. Like, you can see into at one point the window where I lived. Like, I know do you guys know like the Red Ryder BB gun, that iconic scene, like that storefront? When I got out of my apartment building, that was the first building I saw right across the street. It was right there. right across the other sidewalk. So I have some sentimentality for it for that reason, but the movie itself is like kind of ass. Like it's not good. It's not really funny. There's not really like good like Christmas cheer to it. The kid has a miserable Christmas, and all of the iconic jokes from that movie are either just like not to be like a woke Gen Z whatever coming for Christmas, but like all of the jokes in that movie are like this color is bad or women are sexy and stupid. Like it's bad. It's not good.
I'm so glad you said that because I thought I was going to be on an island here. I think this is one of the most overrated Christmas movies ever.
I'm totally with you. My parents are like, this has to be on every year. And it's fine. Like, honestly, it's fine. And I think we should change the name of Not Great to It's Fine. And that's what it is.
All right, we'll go there.
That's fine. It's fine. It's just fine.
I think it's worse than fine, dude.
Oh, okay. Then put it in bad. Put it in bad.
Put it in bad.
I could totally be.
Let's get the comment machine going. And
the Christmas Story has become this like tradition for whatever reason, and now like no one can stop the machine, but we don't know why the tradition happens. It's like
it's because it's several layers of nostalgia, Steven.
Yeah.
What it is, because it's an 80s movie about the 50s, so it automatically hits several generations.
I'm with you, Hayden. I can't think of any. There's some like iconic scenes in the sense of like I just have that memorized, like the tongue being stuck to the pole, but none of them are really funny. Like the lamp might be the funniest thing about the movie.
Yeah, and like you don't really need the movie, like the lamp itself is just like
you guys, I'm so proud.
The visual,
my coworkers and friends.
I'm looking forward to this conversation. Because I really don't know what's going to happen here. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
I'll go first because I know Tyler knows where I'm at on this movie.
Okay, go for it.
I watched it or tried to watch it. So I saw this in high school, actually right before Christmas in class. And I thought it was kind of funny. I rewatched it like 5 years ago. We were all seniors. So most of us, we were all 17, 18. So
fair enough.
Come on, we're seniors. So no one's going to like tattle or anything. Right. It's just fine. Like, and Chevy Chase is such a shithead that
he is.
It's not that funny.
But he always is, like in all of those movies.
It's kind of funny, but it's also not that funny. Like, it's fine. I know I'm gonna get overruled, so put it in pretty good, but I'm fighting you on the must watch every Christmas.
Where are you at? I think it's an absolute banger. Like, there are so many great iconic scenes in this movie that I remember in a vacuum. But then every time I watch this movie, I'm shocked at how good the pacing of it is because it's like all of this super funny shit and these really memorable moments and lines happen like back to. I'm wearing a Christmas this is like, come on. I've got the Clark sweater on right now. Don't play with me. All right, I came prepared. Like,
all right, I will rewatch it this year to see if my tune has changed. But
it's incredible that this movie is like I think barely over an hour and a half long.
Because it's dense.
Yeah,
very dense.
Shitter's full, Steven.
And I think it just captures like, because all of like most Christmas movies are just like, I think very idealistic, which makes sense. But this one is like hosting Christmas is great. Hosting Christmas sucks. Which
that's fair.
As the household who always did that, like I relate.
There are 3 movies that I watch every year on Christmas Eve, and this is one of them.
Tyler, I think we got to overrule Steven. I think 2 over 3. I think it's a must watch every Christmas.
Actually, I take it back. There's 4 that I watch every year. I know I'm not going to win on all 4, but this is one of them. So we'll put it up there for now, and then we'll fight it out at the end. All right. The Grinch.
Jim Carrey's The Grinch.
This is in the category of like, it's not good, but I love watching it because it's so funny and stupid, and it's such a good time.
What do you mean it's not good? The movie is amazing.
All this love that we just had over Christmas Story is
quickly dwindling down. It's
I don't understand like how you say it's not good.
Again, it's intangibles. It just has like a weird. It doesn't feel very Christmassy to me because it has like this weird. It's got like a freak factor to it. Like everyone in this movie is a freak. Like Jim Carrey is just being freaky ass Grinch. Like he's like they're like, what if the Grinch was on drugs and was kind of horny? Like that's this whole movie. And I don't know. It's just like
I am shocked. I thought the popcorn meter for that movie would be way higher than it is.
What is it?
That it's like a 58% for me.
I told you, man. And you said earlier that the majority is right.
I did not, but I'm just saying I was surprised that. I mean, I was saying it was. I love this movie. It's a must-watch every Christmas.
That's wild.
I just love it. It's so funny and stupid and funny, and it's just good.
Do you feel like this is one of those movies that just hits for you?
Maybe. It's possible. I did see it in theaters, and I've seen it I think I've seen it every year since it came out.
Wow.
I will say if you see a Christmas movie in theaters, I think it's much more likely to hit with you.
Oh, 100%.
Yep. I just love the every bit in this movie is funny. Including some of the Jim Carrey's like fourth wall. I love this movie. Put it where you want.
I'll tell you, out of respect for Steven's opinion here, we'll put it there for now. But
no, kick it out because it's not going to stay. So
it's not going to stay. It's not going to stay.
Just put it in great.
All right. How about the other Grinch?
I know a lot of people did not like the Benedict Cumberbatch one. I thought it was fine. I put it above Christmas Story. I'd rewatch that over Christmas Story. Put it in not great. I thought it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the vibe I was like. I haven't seen it, but I think that the art style, like the animation style, feels very Minions-y to me. It's the same studio, isn't it?
Yes.
Isn't it Illumination?
So it's Illumination.
Okay.
So yeah.
But the music is pretty good. I do listen to some of the music from it.
It was fine. It was fine.
Yeah, it's all right.
How about
the
OG Grinch, right?
Also great. I think I prefer Carrie's version, to be honest with you.
I prefer this, but it's all nostalgia.
It's all for sure nostalgia. Is.
Like, I know that.
I can go years without watching it. Like, that's the thing.
I think it's pretty. I would honestly maybe go pretty good instead of great.
So
I'm fine with that. But yeah.
All right, another one that sometimes creates some
polarizing.
Elf. Yeah.
God, I need to know.
I've done a full 180 with this movie. So
good to bad
up
or
until
bad to good?
Well, I'm getting there. Okay. So I loved it when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I was like in high school, college, I was like, man, like fuck this movie. Like I'm just like I think it was just oversaturation. Yeah. I think I was just tired of hearing it and hearing about it. But then I took several years off and I came back to it as like a young adult, watched it with like my my partner and my dad. We saw it in a local little art house theater and we were blubbering by the end. Since then, this is a must watch every Christmas.
So you've done a full 360 on it then?
I guess, yeah.
But actually in the way that would be accurate.
Like
accurately, most people say it.
I've definitely done a 360 on this as well. Hey, and I follow the same thing. Like I liked it as a kid. Mm-hmm. I got like it's fun, but I don't think I'd finish it a lot like in teens. But now as an adult, like it does hit hard about the whole like American culture surrounding Christmas, which is also why I love Jim Carrey's The Grinch, because I think that also is like a good view of American culture of Christmas. I like Elf. It's one of those where I need to watch it earlier in the Christmas time. Like it is not a Christmas it's like week before Christmas movie. It's like a December. It's honestly like right after Thanksgiving. Like now's the time. Then honestly, it's getting a little late. It's fun. Yeah. It's pretty good to great.
We watched it the day we put up my tree. We watched it in like the middle of November.
And it's also one that you just kind of have on as other things go on and you sit down and you pause at times. But if you
actually pay attention, like the pacing of it is really good. Because again, it's one of those movies where like you remember the scenes kind of in isolation. Then you watch the movie and you're like, these three are back to back. Like, how is that? Like, it's insane to watch. It's just like banger after banger. And I think it probably is like, I think it at this point deserves classic status.
It
like
suffers
it's been 20 years.
The ending a little bit. But I'm with you. It probably is a classic now at this point. Put it in great.
Okay.
I think.
I'll tell you for me, I hated this movie and then I loved it.
Yeah. Why does that happen? Why does that happen to all?
So I think for me, I went through the stage of like, and Hayden, this is probably pretty similar to you, of like snooty. If it's super popular, I hate it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stuff.
Same. Yeah, when I was a kid, for sure. High school.
And then some people that I didn't particularly care for just wouldn't shut up about it, and that didn't help the cause.
Yep.
So yeah. But I watched it. I think it's one of those movies that like kids are gonna like because there's some really interesting things for kids there, but then adults are gonna find totally different things in it to love. So and laugh at. So I think it's a smart movie in that way.
We missed a big one, I think, but we'll get there.
Okay.
Later.
Okay.
The Nightmare Before Christmas.
It's not a Christmas movie. It's a Halloween movie.
More, you think that, but more of the runtime is Christmas focused. They're really only doing Halloween shit for like 30 minutes.
I don't like it. I mean, I don't like the movie that much.
I definitely think it's a bit overrated, and I think the iconography of it trumps the actual like quality of the movie and watching it.
Also, every October, or I think it starts actually a little bit earlier, they ruin the great ride at Disneyland, the Haunted Mansion, and turn it into the Nightmare Before
that's
Christmas
right.
version.
I've still never done that. Still never done that.
I mean, the Christmas time version of it, I mean, the Nightmare is kind of okay. I mean, it's fine. But the regular Haunted Mansion is my favorite ride, so I get pissed every time.
Fair enough. I think it's definitely at least in pretty good. I think it's like
great. It's fine, is where I put it. It
also
feels
Tyler?
I would say at the bottom of this.
It doesn't
bottom
feel
pretty
Christmassy
good.
to me.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right. Polar Express. I'm gonna cut Steven out because if we let Steven get started on this, it might take a minute.
Why?
No, I'm just kidding. I really think this movie is like not great at best.
Yeah, I think it's just aged poorly, is what it
So
is.
the art style is bad, and I'm with you on that, Hayden.
Mm-hmm. It looks terrible. It looks like a video game cutscene.
It looks all right back in 2006 or 5 or whenever. But
this is a put on, and this is what we did. We turned it on and we cleaned our apartment the other day. That's what this movie was. And yet it still has a pretty good story.
I agree.
Which almost puts it in pretty good. And I think it's better than Nightmare Before Christmas. You could put it in not great, and that's fine. I like the movie. It's not my favorite, but it's not bad. And the story is really good. The art style just drags it down a little bit.
The funny thing about this movie is I swear to God, like everyone I've talked to, it's like I've had this experience with like both of my parents and a lot of other friends and their parents, where I was watching the movie because I was like, I thought my parents liked it because it was like nostalgic for them because it was like the first movie they ever took me to, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then the inverse was true with my parents, where they were watching it because they thought I liked it.
That's funny. I think if this would be a prime remake, like remake this movie, and it might bump it up with a better art.
I would agree.
Yeah, because I don't think it's even just like because there are CGI animated movies that obviously don't look photorealistic or anything, but still hold up great, like Toy Story, right? Because Toy Story is like a defined art style. I feel like this movie they were just going for like realism.
Kind of. It's like the shitty Beowulf movie.
Oh my God.
That's like the same art style.
I forgot about that. Wow.
Gremlins.
Speak to this, Tyler. Lead on this. I know you're very passionate.
I love this movie. I think it's fantastic. I would not put it in the top tier, but I think it's really great. It's a good time. It's definitely dated. It's 40 years old.
Endearingly so, though, I would say, right?
Yeah, for sure. It holds up much better than the second one does, in my opinion.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just it's cool. Like I named my first dog Gizmo because of this movie. Nice. So
I feel like it's an undeniable great. It's a classic. It's funny. It helps differentiate the Christmas movies, I think, when you're watching a bunch of them, because it almost has like a weird like slapstick horror tone to it. It's like Evil Dead for kids. you know.
Mm-hmm. I would agree.
Steven, are you cool with it going in gray?
That's fine. I haven't seen Gremlins. I was trying to get Sarah to watch it, but then the trailer on Max is terrible and like doesn't tell you anything about the movie. And I hate that older movies do that. Like you can't get a glimpse, so it's hard
just
to
show you.
Yeah.
It's worth it. It's not even that long. So
yeah, we'll turn it on at some point. I think.
And the second one has a Hulk Hogan cameo, Steven. So,
hey, brother.
Probably not going to watch that then.
Charlie
Don't want him
Brown,
to get a quarter of a cent off your royalties.
A Charlie Brown Christmas.
It's iconic.
I do too. It's endearing. Stuff. I love how depressing it is, though. It's kind of funny. Like because Charlie Brown just has like his life is terrible. But he's always trying to get the friends together and do like I'm trying to think of the word phrases, but it's like, I don't know, it's like a shitty little Christmas, right? Yeah. With like just what they have.
The tree, that awful tree. It's
the best of like the older, like shorter Christmas movies. Like
I would agree, the best like TV special.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal movie.
And I think it ages well with the audience too.
It has aged well. It still holds up.
Right. Because like you watch it as a kid, it means one thing to you, and then you watch it as an adult, and you're like, this is kind of what it feels like the first couple years. Like you move out of the house, and you're like, okay, mom's not here to make Christmas special. Like I gotta go to Target and figure out how the hell to hang up these lights. Like it's relatable, and I love it for that. I would say top of great. I think I'm with you guys. I think it's the best of the
go with that.
Old school animated specials.
Okay, Frosty.
I hate this guy.
Do you really? Okay.
I do, man.
I'm not a big Frosty fan either.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
I remember I remember like liking it as a kid, but not like loving it. Like I'd watch it because it was one of those things where I just watched it every Christmas, and so I just was a thing. But it's like fine. I rewatched it. It's fine. It's maybe bad. Maybe
I would fight putting it in bad, but I'm okay with this. Like I
would put it in bad too, honestly. I just rewatched it like a week ago. And it's just like, I don't know. It's like uninteresting. It's not compelling. It's not even cute. The kids are all like kind of selfish little jerks.
All right, I'll defer on that.
The plot of it doesn't even make any sense, dude. If you think about it, it's like, oh my God, it snowed for the first time on Christmas Eve. Where are you? First of all, that happens. And like they're all supposed to be like super emotional. Oh, maybe. They're all supposed to be super emotionally distraught of like, oh my God, our friend Frosty is leaving us. Like you have known this guy it's literally a day. It's not even a full day because they get out of school on Christmas Eve. The sun is almost setting. And then it's like dusk or like early nighttime when they ship him off. And literally all the kids ever did with this dude was fucking walk. Like that's it. If you go back and watch it, all they do is they just walk around town. That's all this thing is. This whole special is just them walking and then crying. They don't get to walk around with Frosty anymore.
That's funny.
Melt this dude.
I didn't watch it with that much of a critical eye.
I was gonna say I don't think it's meant to be thought about that like hard, but I get it.
But it sucks. It's not good.
It's no hot Frosty, is what Hayden's saying.
I would pick hot Frosty. I would pick every minute. I would pick an hour and a half of hot Frosty over 23 minutes of normal Frosty every day of the week.
It's just funny.
How about Scrooged?
Ooh. I just watched this for the first time and I really like it.
Me too.
It's great, right? I would say. I mean,
it's Bill Murray at top of his game.
It's pretty good,
pretty much. And I would put it in great. I get not putting it way up top. This is one of the 4 I watch every single year on Christmas Eve, though.
Not me.
It's really good because it's got like all of the charm of like every version of Christmas Story. I feel like is pretty good because the base, like the source material, is just so good. But then you get to a point where it's like you add in Bill Murray, you add in like the 80s.
And it has so much to say about like American like consumerism and shit too with the holiday, and like they're creating this like action-packed thing with Lee Majors and firing machine guns, and it's their Christmas special and everything. And then they're stapling the antlers to the mice and all of that, right? And it's like
the commercial they play, like the commercial Bill Murray cuts for this, is the funniest bit in the entire movie.
Oh yeah, yep.
Steven, have you seen Scrooged?
It's been a minute, but yes.
Okay, so there's this bit, for if you don't remember, and for the folks watching at home, there's this bit where they're trying to cut a commercial for their TV network is doing A Christmas Carol, and like he doesn't like anyone's version. Let me show you my version, and it's like war, famine, terrorism, like, and they're showing like all this like terrible stuff going on. They're showing like footage of like actual like terror attacks, and they're like escape all that this Christmas and watch our Christmas Carol. And like some woman like dies watching the ad, and he's like, that's great, like run that as a headline. Like,
yep. So
it's absurd.
Yeah, I really like this movie. Like I said, I get not putting it way up top, but I would say there for me anyway. But all right, Love Actually.
Have you guys seen it?
Yeah.
I've not.
Tyler hasn't. It's a pretty iconic Christmas movie. I love these. Like, I don't even know how to describe them. I've seen a few of them where they're it's like a bunch of characters and they're all connected in some way. And this was the original. Like, there's a New Year's Eve one and a Valentine's Day one, and they're both like fun. This one's the best of the bunch. It's probably great.
Yeah, I would say so too, right? It is like, it's the gold standard for holiday rom-coms.
Yeah.
It's fair.
Which is your cup of tea, Tyler, so I think you'd like it.
Totally. Although the idea of Rick Grimes showing up at the doorstep with the signs is not
that is funny. It's got Alan Rickman too.
It has an incredible cast.
It
even
does
like the side characters are like Hugh Grant is like the prime minister, and he's like he's falling. He has like he's kind of falling in love with like one of the White House secretaries. Don't think about it too much. Or the Parliament, House of Commons, whatever their fake ass government building is called. But he's falling in love with a subordinate as the PM, which is, let's not think about it too hard. But it's cute. It's a very cute movie.
Speaking of cute, the Star Wars Holiday Special. By the way, I want this poster.
It's pretty great.
Yeah, this is a good poster. I have no idea where you put this, Tyler, because it's in a league of its own.
So here's the thing. Like, I think we all think it's like amazing, but amazing not for any reason that would result in it being a good movie.
Yeah.
It's amazing because of the obnoxiousness of it and just the like utter holy shitness of like somebody took this and put it on TV.
Yeah. As far as like the so bad it's good kind of watching goes, I think this is like the best.
Yeah.
Not even just for Christmas. I think like this is the best so bad it's good movie.
Have you guys seen Troll 2?
No.
I haven't.
Okay, go watch that and then come back to me.
Okay, I'm debating seeing it in a theater on Thursday.
No, I'm talking about for Hayden's like so bad it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holiday special, I don't know where to put it. Put it in bad and not great. I mean, it's fun in a bad way. It's bad. It's bad.
But it is a bad movie that you need to see if you haven't seen.
Like,
yeah, it's so
good. Tier, I love you in spite of your flaws.
You're on our
love
YouTube
you for
channel.
Who you are.
It's on our YouTube channel. Go watch it.
Yep. All right, It's a Wonderful Life. Hayden, you wanted this here. Have at it.
Must watch every Christmas. It's a kind of a unique one because most of it doesn't really take place on Christmas, but it is still very much a Christmas movie, right? You've got the Christmas spirit and the Christmas themes, Christmas music, very snowy. You've got this like wonderful old Hollywood aesthetic of like the small town and the snowy New York, whatever going on. But you also get like a really great look of like a character study of a person's life. And like, it is really emotional. Parts of it are really depressing. And it tackles like themes of like crippling debt and like mental health and like suicide risk within men in 1947, I think, which is so incredibly ahead of its time. And I think like I love this movie. This is one I watch more than once every year if I can help it.
Well, it's pretty easy. It's on.
It's a must watch right.
You know what's funny?
It's on TV 24 hours.
I've never seen it.
Steven, I honestly think you need to, because not only I would say
I own it. I bought it last year and I just never got around to it.
Yeah.
So it's on my list.
Because I don't think it's just like one of the best Christmas movies ever. I think it's like it's full stop, I think, my favorite movie of all time.
I'll say this, like I gave Home Alone some credit earlier for like, you know, it gets mimicked and done in skits and stuff and everybody knows it. Like this movie gets done to a degree that puts that to shame.
Yeah.
Like this movie gets, dude, there's a Married with Children Christmas episode that copies It's a Wonderful Life.
Classic.
And Steven, like even you not seeing it, I'm sure you could tell me like blow for blow, like most major plot points and several quotables and scenes. Like,
yeah, I just don't know the ending.
Steven, every time
it's
a
incredible.
bell rings,
an angel gets his wings.
There we go.
Yeah,
there we go.
I know something. I know like the general plot of it.
So it is, and I think when you get to a point with a movie where even if you haven't seen it, you know what it is, like you know about it. Like I think that speaks to the footprint that it's left. So it's going to be really hard to get this down to 4 because I think there's a couple left that
I'm going to argue really strongly against one right now.
Die Hard.
Die Hard is not in their Mount Rushmore. I'm with you on that, Steven.
It's great to pretty good. It's a great movie. It's a pretty good Christmas movie. I'm going to leave it at that.
I think it's a great Christmas movie. Because I watched it.
That's fine.
I watched it for
Mount
the first
Rushmore,
time.
though, Tyler. Not at fucking all.
Fine, I'll give it to you, but it's going there. And
it's below Charlie Brown, too, Tyler.
No. I'm going to move that down one more now. So,
wow. I think it's an undeniable Christmas movie. I don't even understand how there's debate.
I don't argue against it being a Christmas movie. I just don't think it's a must-watch Christmas, like every Christmas movie.
Every Christmas, no. Every other, probably. Like, because look,
I mean, it's been like 10 years since I've seen it.
But really? It differentiates.
I don't watch it that often.
Like, I feel like it's an important part of the Christmas canon because it's so different.
I enjoy the argument every year, and that's about it.
Can you get a more American Christmas movie than Die Hard?
Yes, there's 2 ones away from now.
Good answer. Good answer.
Lethal Weapon's a better Christmas movie than Die Hard.
Whoa. Ooh. This is 3 Days of the Condor count as a Christmas movie? It should. It should. You got to watch it. It's good.
All right, let's do Bad Santa because then we'll have this argument. Or just skip ahead and do Lethal Weapon right now.
No, let's get Bad Santa done quick and then we'll
Bad Santa's pretty good. It's fun.
I think so too.
It's fun.
Like this is not the type of thing I'm going to go out of my way to watch again. Yeah. But I did laugh when I watched it. It's a good
I like I didn't see Bad Santa 2.
Also, like, you know, they get the gold star for casting here because Billy Bob Thornton is like perfect for that role.
Yeah.
Also,
all
right, Steven, I love Lethal Weapon, but I don't think it's a better Christmas movie. Like, tell me why.
I think the like story aspects hit more about like kind of Christmas than Die Hard does. I think the whole like depression lost everything is a very less than talked about. I mean, besides This Wonderful Life, which I haven't seen, so I can't really compare. But the couple that with like the family aspect and like I don't know. I just feel like it's a better message of Christmas.
It's a very dark movie though, with very dark themes.
Yeah, but I think that's something.
There's
a
scene where he has the pistol in his mouth.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Do you know what the biggest day of suicides is?
Yeah, I know.
Which is why I think it needs to be talked about. Which is why I think Lethal Weapon does a good job. I think Lethal Weapon's just a better Christmas movie.
Okay.
I'd probably want to watch Die Hard more, but I think I don't know.
I mean, Lethal Weapon is a fantastic movie, and I love it.
I think they're both in great. I just argue that Lethal Weapon's a better Christmas movie.
All right, I'll give it to you.
Damn. Good for you.
Holdovers.
Oh my god.
We've all seen The Holdovers now, right?
Hmm.
The Holdovers is incredible, man. Like you don't get movies like this anymore, and it's incredible.
I'm gonna watch it again. I feel like it's a post-Christmas movie for me, like the week between Christmas and New Year's. But this is almost a must-watch every year.
I think it is a must-watch every year. Like this is because now that we're 2 years out, I haven't missed a year, right? Like it's becoming tradition, and it's becoming a movie that like me and Sophia this year, my partner, we're super excited. Like we are watching this movie several times because I just need to show this to people, right? And because it's such an incredible movie
because it came out last year. So.
Or but my second year in a row.
Second year,
yeah. Like I feel like it's just such a beautiful movie. It's so real. It's so human. It's also it's really funny at times.
I knew so when I saw the trailer over the summer that year, forgot about it, kind of made fun of you last year, Hayden, and then I like looked it up and I was like, oh yeah, this movie, I really wanted to go see it.
Yeah.
And then I did, and I'm like, this is the most like I'm with you. It's an amazing movie. Paul Giamatti nails it. I love this movie. It might be one of my it's gonna be in the running for favorite movies ever.
Whoa. I mean, I'm with you. I'm just surprised to hear you say that. I'm glad to hear you say that.
I need to watch it a couple more times, but this is like I love stories like that, and it's just so good.
And it has like that Christmas feel too. Like it's New England. It's set around the holidays. There's a little bit of decorations. They shot. It's set in the 70s, and they didn't just dress it like a period piece. Like they shot it in the way the music is, and the music choices, and the way the audio sounds, the kind of crunchy muffledness of the microphones. Like this feels like a movie that like your grandparents pulled out of, their VHS vault and showed you. It's really incredible and transportive.
Okay. Something that's in there now is going to get bumped.
Uh-oh.
You can already take Mickey's. I personally think it is, and I think you guys should watch it. I think National Lampoons can go too, but
ooh, no.
All right, well, Klaus, let's get there when we get there. Klaus. Steven, you, I think, are the biggest advocate for this. Like, go ahead and make your case. Where do you think this should be?
I think Klaus is a must-watch every Christmas. I have watched it every Christmas. It's my Christmas Eve movie. It is so magical and silly and heartwarming, and it's weird but fun, and it's just so good as a Christmas movie. It like is the story of kind of the origin story of Santa. You see someone find the meaning of Christmas. You watch two clans that have been warring forever stop. It has some scenes that make me cry every time. With the like tribe and that little girl, like she's the best. It is an amazing Christmas movie. It's just amazing. If you've not seen it, go watch Klaus.
Okay. Is that going great?
I love it. I just don't know that it should be that high.
Ooh. You think it's pretty good, Tyler? I haven't seen it.
No. Steven said must watch every Christmas. Like I'm fine with great.
Okay.
I really do think it's that good.
J.K. Simmons nails it. Jason Schwartzman nails it. Rashida Jones nails it.
Not J.K. Simmons' best Christmas movie though, and we'll get there.
Put J.K. Simmons as Santa in everything, man.
Please, Hayden, I need you to watch Klaus and become a believer because I feel like you would if you watched the damn thing.
Okay.
It's really good. It is really good. I mean, Steven, I'm not going to argue to put anything that's shit up here in grade. So, all right. The George C. Scott Christmas Carol from 1984.
If I had one Christmas movie every year, it would be this one.
Yep.
Or Klaus. It's really tight between those two. Actually, Mickey's Once. Okay, it's really tight in a three-way
between those three.
Between Klaus, Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas, and the George C. Scott Christmas Carol. They're like all perfect in their own way.
A Christmas Carol is my favorite Christmas story
Yep.
ever told, and it's one of my favorite stories, period, ever told.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this movie captures the spirit and essence of it better than any other one. I think A Christmas Carol is done really well on stage, actually, in plays, and this one is really close to what those bring. So I love it. George C. Scott is fucking phenomenal in it.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody is. I mean, so is
yeah. I mean, it's really good. So if I'm with you, Steven, if I'm watching one movie every Christmas, it's that one.
So are we bumping Mickey's down to Greg? Because we're doing Mount Rushmore. We're doing 4.
Hayden.
God. Does not belong up there. I haven't seen it, but no way.
Okay, it's terrible, but honest to God, I may end up watching it almost every year because it's just so fun. It's such a train wreck.
I feel like it deserves to be right there.
I would put it above Polar Express.
Well, I mean, sure, but just in that category. You know what I mean? Like
in the not great, yeah.
Yeah. Like
it's not a great movie, but it's
infinitely
fun. It's such a blast. And it's a shame that like The Rock is as much of a stickler to like, you got to see this in cinema, in IMAX. Because like, no, you don't. Like, just put this thing out on Amazon. Put it out like
this is a Scream Netflix movie or Prime.
It does. And like Steven, like honest to God, if this comes out as like a paid video on demand, like premium digital rental for like even like 20.
Well, I have Movie Pass now. It's just finding a time where it's showing because it's like it's one of those like it's in theaters, but it's like limited to like
right at this point. Yeah. But honestly, Steven, like I think best case, I think I'm excited to watch this at home with like some whiskey eggnog and just like point and laugh because like
yes, that's what
you can Mystery Science Theater 3000 the shit out of this.
I'm excited. I do want to see the movie because it looks like my cup of tea. Sort of like bad, but like fun bad. I love fun bad.
It's like Steven, it's like if Transformers was a Christmas movie, like that.
That's really apt.
Yeah,
sounds good to me.
But there is genuinely some nice moments in it too. Like I do like.
Sure. It's. I mean, some of them are a little overdone,
some of it.
And
for sure,
you know, cliched. But Christmas.
Did
Christmas
we just
movies are nothing if not
Christmas?
cliche. Yeah, I know. I'm not saying that. Come on, you can say it. I'm not saying it. Yeah. Okay. I think there's a real conversation to be had here between the Mickey's movie and Christmas Vacation.
Ooh.
So, Hayden is monopolizing most of the must-watch category. So I feel like Steven.
So let's start by ranking them and see if that helps us kick some things out.
Okay.
To me, George C. Scott's number 1.
I would agree. So that's
where we put Wonderful Life at 2.
I would let you put It's a Wonderful Life at 2.
That's fine.
Do you think the holdovers? Oh, you just want to reply from mine. Okay.
My issue with the holdovers is I love the movie. I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I just haven't decided if it's a Christmas movie yet.
What do you mean? It's totally a Christmas movie. It's about Christmas.
Okay, can I tell you my reservation about holdovers here? And it's stupid, but I think most people when they want Christmas movies, they want like fun, silly stuff, and I feel like we have a lot of serious up here.
Super heartwarming.
Yeah, it's very heartwarming, but
I don't think
a lot of serious up here.
It is, but it's not at the same time. Like it's kind of to me, it feels like the week after Christmas movie. Like that, it's in that season, but it's not quite like I'm not watching it 2 days before Christmas. I'm watching
right because it feels bittersweet.
Yeah, that's exactly what the feeling is.
Which is, but I think that's what makes it so unique is that like I can't think of another Christmas movie with that tone. And I think it really captures like the found family of it, of like, this isn't the hand we wanted to be dealt, but it's what we got, and we are able to make like a damn good holiday out of it. So I also think it's one of those ones that like almost all of these are classics that have been out for like decades, right? Like I think the most recent movie besides Holdovers is Elf, which is 20 years. Most of the stuff in our list and our must watch right now came out in the 80s or earlier. So I think it's like it's really like The Holdovers hasn't had time to cement itself culturally
Yeah,
yet.
that's fair.
I think it will. It just hasn't had the chance.
So
to
are
yet.
you both wanting to put it third? Well, I'm okay with that.
I think it should be. It sounds like Steven's arguing to put it in great.
I kind of am, and it's just because I don't know if it's a locked-in Christmas movie. Also, my world's been shattered because Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas has really shitty not shitty Rotten Tomatoes scores, but like it's definitely not good. And I am shocked because I fully could be rose tinted. I've been watching this movie as long as I can remember. It has a special place in my heart, sort of thing. I think it's a great message, like of 3 great messages, because it's an anthology.
Yeah.
All these movies up here have a great message, including Kidnap Your Boss if you get a Jelly of the Month Club membership.
See, that's why
I would do that to you, Tyler. Full stop.
Yeah. If you want to take Mickey's out, you can. I feel like I'm a little sad because I should not have looked at the Rotten
I was okay
Tomatoes.
with keeping it until you told me about Rotten Tomatoes, Steven.
It's I'm not kidding. It's a 40. I mean, it's only 5 reviews, but it's a 67% from the fans. It's 40% from the reviewers, which
I feel like then we maybe move this into like you love it and a lot of people will like it.
I still think it's worth a watch, and I'll watch it every Christmas. By the way, Mickey's Christmas Carol is 100% Rotten Tomatoes and 91%.
Hell yeah, brother!
I'm just saying.
I would say, by the way, Holdovers and then Christmas Vacation.
I think that's what we agreed upon, right? Does that make sense? Because I think
my personal list, which is Klaus and the Holdovers, or maybe Klaus and
I think Klaus, Steven, is going to be, I don't want to say divisive, but it's not going to be for everybody.
Yeah.
Well, my grandma thought it was dumb and it pissed me off. So
I remember
she only watched like half of it or like parts of it, and it just made me mad. Mm-hmm. Like it was so much like this. I just was like dismissive because it just was different and
it's animated, right?
I don't even think it was that it was animated. It was just it's different. A different tone. It's a different pace. It's
it doesn't feel Christmassy at first. Mm-hmm. Like you don't necessarily. It's like almost a hidden Christmas movie until about a quarter to midway.
Yeah.
Yep. It's so damn good though.
Tyler, let's actually have a legitimate discussion about Holdovers or Christmas Vacation because that's hard.
I think Holdovers is an objectively much better movie.
I think so too. But I think Christmas Vacation, just offers so much humor.
I don't think
it's still tackling those themes. I don't know. I think in my heart of hearts, even as the guy wearing this right now, I think Holdovers is above Christmas Vacation.
Here's the thing, like
I didn't want to just be like, oh, obviously. I think we gotta reflect on this.
Here's the thing, like if you ask me to give my take on it, it's that Holdovers is better in almost every single way. But if I have to pick one, I'm gonna just randomly watch for fun. It's Christmas Vacation.
Fair enough.
And it's just because they're very different movies, right? Like.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather watch Holdovers, but I also could argue that it's not a Christmas or like doesn't need to be watched at Christmas. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I love the movie though. We did miss one, which
what was the one you were saying?
We missed the Santa Claus. I just missed it on the list, and so we didn't put it in the thing.
I can't believe that wasn't on the original.
That's why I thought it would be on the original.
Is that the Tim Allen one?
Can I potentially piss you off, Steven?
What?
Pretty good at best.
Yeah, I would go not great to bad. I don't know. I can't stand Tim Allen. He's never worked for me.
That's part of it. I will say the first one is the best one.
Of course.
There's diminishing returns after that.
Yes.
I would go pretty good.
It feels like a decom.
Pretty good.
It feels like a decom.
Tyler, it doesn't piss me off because I think I'm with you.
I thought you liked it more than that. Okay.
I feel like it's one of those movies that I watch. It's like Home Alone, where I watch it because it's just kind of associated with Christmas. And parts of it are fun, and parts of it are like kind of drags at times.
Well, it's also just on every station. Like, it will be playing on TBS.
Oh, come on, Hayden.
1 out of 3 times you turn it on.
Wonderful Life, which is like stamped on my.
I'm just saying it's missing from the list, though. Like, it should have been talked.
No, I'm just saying. All I'm saying is Steven said the thing about like you know, like he doesn't like it's not when you like go to seek out to turn on. I'm saying you don't have to because
it's fair.
It will just be there. You don't need to.
I also think Tim Allen's humor just never ages well.
No.
It just, there's something about the delivery and the content and just the way, like Home Improvement, you know, it was that show ran for a long ass time.
Yeah.
And nobody talks about it anymore is like, oh yeah, that was one of the great sitcoms in the 90s. No one.
Not even the very special episode of Home Improvement followed by the Diet Mug Root Beer Dana Carvey show or whatever it was. Have y'all seen this clip? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I haven't.
Oh my God.
Was it Jonathan Taylor Thomas?
It was like the episode where they were trying to figure out like if the kid had cancer or not.
Oh.
And they did like a really emotional promo about it, but at the end of the promo, it was followed by like the Dana Carvey something root beer show.
Nice. So, okay. By the way, that's another movie we missed since we're talking Jonathan Taylor Thomas, Home for the Holidays. I think it's called that, or I forget what it's called.
I've never heard of it, so it's not on my Christmas list.
He's it was back when they took all the people who were on that cover of that magazine, like Teen Need or whatever, and then shoved them into movies like this, you know.
Yeah.
So anyway, okay, that's our top 4. George C. Scott, a Christmas Carol, It's a Wonderful Life, The Holdovers, and Christmas Vacation. Let us know what you think. If you're a big defender of Frosty the Snowman or A Christmas Story, I'm sure you will have already let us know. And if you think Red One should be a lot higher for some reason, yeah, let us know why that too. Also, check out our Red One review on our channel and head to our website, strangeawesomegames.com. Okay. Steven, is there any new like Christmas movie that you'd recommend this year that's on streaming or anything?
Yeah, I don't even know. None of them looked all that good.
Okay.
Holiday in the Spotlight.
Yeah.
Honestly, Hot Frosty is the only one that sounds kind of interesting.
Okay.
Have y'all heard about Holiday in the Spotlight?
I've not.
It's an unofficial, unauthorized movie based on the love story of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
Oh yeah. Oh, then yes, I have heard of that. That's funny.
Dude. It's a ride. It's barely even a movie.
Oh, you watched it?
I did.
That's funny.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
well, I mean, good for them. You know, it's going to age poorly if they don't get married. Just saying. But, all right. Let's get out of here. We're at an hour. Thanks, everybody, for coming and hanging out with us. And let us know what your favorite Christmas movies are. We'll talk to you next time. Bye, everybody.
GG's, y'all.